35. One minute. 50 seconds.
Loveline is meant for an adult audience.
Loveline is meant for an adult audience.
Loveline may contain sexually oriented content.
Loveline may contain sexually oriented content.
Listener discretion is advised.
Listener discretion is advised.
1-800-LOVE-191.
Loveline starts now.
All right, what's up, you guys? This is Loveline. I am Stryker, along with Dr. Drew. How you doing today, Doctor?
I'm great, Stryker. What's happening?
Not that much. Once again, it's about 118 degrees. I stink right now. I got the ass sweat going on. I haven't changed the drawer since 10 this morning, and it's very uncomfortable. I don't like it one bit. But, Doctor, we have a very cool guest along with his partner tonight, and this should be pretty fun because Mike Patton is here, and many people know the name. They definitely know the bands that you have been in and toured with. But first off, you're sporting the Giants hat there.
Why not?
I like that. Well, I'm more of a Dodger fan, but did you grow up in SoCal or NorCal?
No. NorCal.
NorCal. Eureka?
Yes, Eureka. Yeah.
That's right.
Lived in San Francisco about 20 years, though.
All right.
I'm converted.
I was in San Francisco this past weekend.
Yeah?
So nice out there.
It's when the weather's nice up there, it's ridiculous.
All right. Now,
but Rozelle's wearing a New York. You got a Yankees hat on, though, so we're balancing it out. See.
Now, Mike Patton, explain what your man here does, because we're gonna go to him for a few things tonight.
I don't think I need to explain. I just think you need to listen. How about that?
All right, Rozelle, I'm saying it right, correct? Rozelle.
Yeah.
All right, give everyone listening to Loveline a little example of what you do.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now witnessing the incredible.
That was all with his mouth, not a CD, Dr. Drew.
You did.
Wow. That was awesome, man. Wow. So when you're on the road, Mike, he comes with you and does stuff during the show, or
in this band, he's an integral part. He's almost like an entire rhythm section. So it's like it's the ultimate secret weapon to have this guy.
And we're talking about
he's the R-Pod. I think didn't Chappelle call you? What did he say?
Dave Chappelle said he'd give me $1 million to be his iPod.
Really?
I just want to walk around with Rozelle and have him be my iPod.
I give $1 million to be my goddamn iPod.
The band you're referring to, Mike, is Peeping Tom.
Peeping Tom.
Peeping Tom is you, but you collaborated with so many different people on this record. Can you just throw out some of the names of the people you work with? Impressive names.
Yay! Lots. Rozelle, Dan the Automator, Massive Attack, Nora Jones, the Bel Gilberto, Anicon Crew. I know I'm forgetting somebody. Amon Tobin. Help. Kid Koala. Anybody else? I should have this memorized.
Mike was also in Faith No More, singer from Faith No More. Yes. You've also been Mr. Bungle, of course, which started, well, it was before Faith No More when you started that, correct?
That was my high school, dream band.
So you're hanging out in Eureka.
Yeah.
Doing your thing. And
doing nothing.
What kind of music?
That's why
were you
start
listening
playing
to?
Music. I was listening to kind of, like redneck stuff, what any, self-hating Hesher would listen to from a small town.
Right.
Death metal and hardcore. That's what I listen to.
And the kind of music you've put out over the years isn't necessarily one type of music.
No.
Not even close to that.
Well, you get bored.
Yeah.
You try things and you try and keep growing, keep it moving, and you got to be willing to look like a fool in front of a lot of people, but
I do that every day of my life.
That's what you do. Hey, man, I feel your pain.
Mike Patton, Rozelle is here. He's he's a human beatbox. He's going to do a little bit. There you go, right there. And we're going to hear a song from Peeping Tom pretty soon. And one thing I wanted to point out as well is you put this album out yourself, no label, no major label. People were coming after you, I know that for sure, just because of your skills. And can you just explain how that went down and why you went on your own to put out the record?
Well, I ended up not really trusting any of the major labels, which, ultimately I think was a good decision. I mean, if you look at the package, this is really deluxe package. I never would have been able to do that on a major. No way.
Right.
And, even the music, I really don't think that it ever would have seen the light of day.
And you're beyond happy that you did it this way, I assume.
Yeah, so far so good.
And who are you on the road with right now?
right on the road right now with Gnarls Barkley.
You played in L.A. the last couple of How's it hanging out with CeeLo, by the way?
CeeLo's a good guy, man.
Yeah, man.
Really good guy.
And did you know them before the collaboration of what Gnarls Barkley is beforehand?
No. I mean, I knew their music.
You're right.
Individually. Danger Mouse followed his stuff a lot, as well as CeeLo. I always thought he had a great voice.
And I read also that you were asked to go on the Family Values tour with Korn and like that hard sort of music thing. Is that true? And did you not want to go in that direction?
No. Rewind. They sort of kind of made a pass, but it was kind of a half-hearted pass.
Okay.
And I don't think they could afford it.
Uh-oh. All right, so if you have questions for Mike Patton and music in general, and he's a smart dude, and you have questions or maybe about the Giants and Barry Bonds and non-steroids, or
I have nothing to comment.
Or the normal Loveline questions. Doctor, you ready to get to these things, my friend?
Ready to roll.
All right, Doctor. That's Dr. Drew. He is the smartest man alive. He has a television program.
Oh, that's right.
Season.
Hey, that's right. I'm begging people to tune in tonight. Please turn your televisions on tonight to Discovery Health Channel. It's Tuesday night. Those of you that are listening to a tape delay, you watched it last night. You're listening to me one day too late. But the rest of you on the West Coast, please tune in now.
We got it.
And don't turn off your radio. Just turn the picture on and walk away from it, from the TV.
There you go. Keep the radio on right now. Let's take some calls. It's 1-800-LOVE-191. That's the phone number. I'm Stryker with Dr. Drew. And we're going to get into these calls right now. And let's go to Jack, who is in San Jose, by the way. 13-year-old Jack, what's happening?
Hey, area.
Hi, Jack. How's it going? Well, about a month ago, I was skateboarding, and I fell pretty badly on a grinding rail. And I injured my testicles, and I can't tell my parents because I was with my friend, and his parents are kind of like out of it, drug addicts, and I'll hang out with them again.
I think that's a good decision, man. Don't tell them. But you got to get that stuff looked at, dude.
Yeah, man, swollen.
Okay. Wait, so what do they look like? What
what color?
Can you get a little more graphic with us?
Yeah. It's like purple.
Purple.
Yeah. Wait, why don't you tell anybody?
ER right now.
Yeah.
I'll never
you
be
put some ice on it.
Yeah.
Why
ice on it?
Yeah.
All right. Here's the deal. You can rupture your testicle just the way you can. I mean, you can fracture it. You can actually, it sort of breaks like an egg, and if that happens to it, it needs to be surgically intervened upon right away, or it will die. So it is something that needs to be dealt with immediately. How long ago did this happen?
A month.
A month? You're walking around with swollen nuts for a month, my friend. You got to get that looked at.
Come on, kid.
Oh, yeah. For real. Please tell your parents. Then.
Yeah, you're going to have to tell them.
At this point, you might not be able to have any chicks later on, so I think you want to do that. I mean, they're going to be mad at you, but at least you'll be able to save a couple of babies.
Bye.
Which actually may be better in the long run.
Yeah.
Do we want a kid who smushes his nuts having kids?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I've been kicked in there before.
That's what I'm saying.
They turn colors, dude.
Who has not been kicked in this room? Anyone?
Me.
You never been kicked in the nuts?
Never.
Oh man. May it never happen.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Jordan, who's living in Anaheim. You're 21. What's up, Jordan?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good.
Hey, Jordy.
Hey, my question's it's Rozelle, right?
Yeah, Rozelle.
Hey, how's it going?
Raheem.
Rozelle. Have you worked with any other artists, and in particular, have you worked with Ben Harper? I think you were on his live album.
Yeah, I was on the live album. Actually, me and Ben have cut 2 songs for my solo project, and we've done some other stuff for the side. Yeah, I've worked with everybody.
You know it.
Mike Patton.
What is it? The Philadelphia Philharmonic.
Philadelphia Philharmonic. Sean Paul.
All over the place.
Bjork.
Erykah Badu.
The Roots. Erykah Badu. Branford Marsalis. Michelle Ndegecello.
Woo!
Slick Rick.
There you go. There you go. How much time you got?
Drew.
Stryker and Dr. Drew. I mean.
Rozelle, for people just tuning in to Loveline right now, give us a little taste of the human beatbox once again, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now in tune to the incredible sounds of Rozelle.
Did he just do that?
Good stuff, man. All right, let's grab another Loveline call here. Peter is in L.A. You're 24 on Loveline. What's up, man?
What's up, Stryker? How you doing, bro?
Good, thank you.
Good, man. I'm just buying some cigarettes right now. I'm sorry. I've got a problem. One of my friends is a pretty big cocaine addict.
Who is?
One of my friends, pretty big cocaine addict. Tried doing an intervention with friends of hers. That did no help. Also tried talking to her father about it. It's proved no success. So trying to figure out where to go next.
Y'all should just kidnap her and take her to another country.
Drew, what do you do in that situation if they've done an intervention, they've talked to the parents, and still nothing?
There's only so much you can do. What does she tell you the reason is that she doesn't want to do anything? Is it that she can just handle it on her own?
Yeah, that she doesn't have a problem, that she actually, when her father confronted her about it, denied that it's the truth.
Yeah, so you just got to keep on her about it. It may sound bizarre, but the only thing I've ever seen that really helps, you can do an intervention, obviously. The only other thing I've ever seen really help someone is the important people involved with Al-Anon. That tends to sort of disengage in a way that gets their attention. But short of that, just keep at them about what the consequence of their use has been on them and your relationship, how you see it.
Absolutely.
And I mean, you may not get a pain in the ass to her.
Yeah, you are. You have to be a real jerk.
Yeah.
It's the only way.
That's
like you have to be like her shadow pretty much until she gets it.
Right.
Hey, Peter, after you had the intervention, how many times has the group that had the intervention spoken to her? Is she calling you guys? Is she communicating with everybody?
There's been no communication since the intervention with the best friends from her actually from her. The friends have actually written her letters and tried talking to her and no response.
There you go.
No help.
She
basically distanced herself completely and isn't willing to listen to reason. The people she's surrounding herself are only enabling her to get high, basically.
Yep, there you go. There's only so much you can do. Yep. Really.
Okay.
So
call Suge Knight.
So Drew, what is his last hurrah? What's the last thing they can do if they've done those things already? Which sounds like good friends to do that, and she's blowing them off. What
they can do a formal intervention. They didn't do an intervention, unfortunately. And the formal intervention is something that's rehearsed and it's done with a professional. And if they refuse to follow your recommendations at the time of the intervention, you withdraw from their life entirely. And these people obviously didn't do that, and you have to be prepared to do that if they don't go to treatment.
Got it. All right, let's talk to Sarah in Waco, Texas. You're 20 on Loveline with Mike Patton and Rozelle. What's up?
Hi, my question is for Mr. Patton.
Yes.
You toured about a year ago with, I'm sorry if I mispronounce it, Fanimus.
That's great.
You went to Mexico. My friend is a huge fan of you, and he has been for like 20 years. And he was really excited that you went there, and he wanted me to ask you if you were planning on touring in Mexico again with Peeping Tom.
I'd love to. It was so great going there. And growing up in California, I can't believe that I'd only been there once. I mean, it's right there, you know.
Yeah, he loved you and Faith No More, and he has every single album of yours, and it would really, really make him happy and probably a lot of other people happy too.
It made me happy.
Just do a private show for her friend in
Mexico.
Man,
let's go, man. We'll get some tacos rolling. I'm ready. Man, I eat some of the greatest food down there I've ever eaten in my life.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the weirdest food too, like ants and grasshoppers and
chocolate-covered ants.
Believe me, it's a great, wonderful, crazy place.
Grasshopper
Can
enchilada.
I ask a real quick question just for me?
Sure.
Are you having any do you have any future plans to do another Lovage album at all?
Yeah, probably next year actually.
Oh my God, I love you so much. That was
hey.
Album.
Now we're talking Loveline.
Yeah.
Ay.
You're really don't ever stop doing anything. You're like the most talented guy ever. Seriously.
Hey, thank you.
Could you tell everybody that, please?
Yeah, keep saying that.
Yeah. Anytime I can.
I'm blushing, by the way.
Like at least once a day, tell somebody Mike Patton's like the greatest guy in the world.
I
probably get sick of you.
Calling those radio stations.
Thanks for calling, Sarah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Hey, when you're on the road, do you have a studio on your bus, or how do you continuously do music, or what do you do on the road? Is it when you're on the road, are you just focused on the road, or are you doing creative stuff?
I try and I bring stuff with me. I don't always get to it. You know, sometimes at 4 a.m. you get back after doing whatever the hell you're doing, and it's not exactly the most creative moment.
Right.
But you try. It's the thought that counts.
Excuse me, babe. I got to jump off you for 1 minute to write this one little note over here.
What's your name again?
Let's talk to Jessica in Missouri. You're 17 on Loveline. What's up, Jessica?
Hey,
Hey, I've been with my boyfriend for 5 years, and recently my best friend said that she had feelings for me. And about 3 years ago, I started feeling like I started picturing myself being with women. Well, I wanted to know if, like, I should just throw away, like, 5 years with my boyfriend, or just stay with him and forget about my best friend saying that she has feelings for me and stuff like that.
Well, you're only 17, so the chances you're going to be with this guy for the rest of your life are slim and none.
Very true. One of the things I've noticed that young people that get stuck in relationships that they don't know how to get out of and don't even know how to realize whether it's time to get out of it, they'll do some interesting things to try to sabotage things. And it's not been uncommon for me to hear about women suddenly deciding that they're lesbian, and then they get out of the relationship, and then suddenly decide they're not.
And then they're back.
Yeah, it's just a way of sort of, is this relationship kind of wrapping up, this thing with your boyfriend?
Well, yeah, sort of.
Yeah, why don't you wrap that up? Don't announce that you're gay as the reason to wrap it up. Just wrap it up.
Tie a bow on it. Don't go on the other side yet.
You've been in a relationship for years and years. Get out, date a few guys, see where you're at. Is there any reason that you would have confusion about your sexual identity? Were you sexually abused or anything growing up?
Whenever I was probably, like, I don't remember, but I was around, like, 4 or 5 or 6. I was raped by my stepfather.
Okay, so you had sexual abuse by an adult, and that's going to create a lot of unsettled feelings about your sexuality and confusion about your sexual orientation.
Yes, yeah, my best friend. She's been my best friend since
well, just
forever.
keep her as your best friend. Don't screw that up.
Yeah.
Don't let these boundary problems you have from having been a sexual abuse survivor screw up that relationship. If you're done with your boyfriend, wrap that up. Take it easy for a while. Take your time before you get in a new relationship. Okay?
Okay, thanks.
Thanks, Jessica.
Thanks.
Let's grab another call here. Mike Patton is here and Rozelle, and let's talk to Lindsay. You're 21 in New Mexico. What's up, Lindsay?
Hi. I am having a problem with urinating during intercourse.
Nice.
Wow.
It sucks. And
is he blowing your back out or what? What's he doing? What is he doing?
Are you sure it's urine and not female ejaculation?
Yes. Yeah,
How do you
definitely, because it's right at the beginning.
It's not a time for orgasm.
Wow. You tried going before?
Excuse me?
You got to empty it out, man.
I do. I always go to the bathroom right before, and I try and sit there and make sure it's all out, and somehow there's more.
Well, you can always take a break.
Yeah,
take a little smoke break.
It'd be nice if I just didn't have that problem.
How old are you?
Yeah.
21.
Do you have kids?
No.
Are you on any medication?
No, just birth control pills.
That's kind of weird and rare. Has it always been that way for you?
I just started having sex about 7 months ago. I was a virgin until then, and we pretty much started almost right away.
Not bad.
This urinary problem started right away.
Yeah.
Couldn't wait.
Are you sort of flooding the zone there, or it's just a little dribble?
Sometimes it's just a little dribble, and other times it's a lot more.
And it happens right when the insertion takes place. It goes in there and then...
Is that right?
Not quite right away, but it's definitely at the beginning. It's not enough time for it to be from anything else.
Is he? How long into the action is this happening?
Usually around a minute or two.
And is he doing anything that irritates you, that part of your body, your urethra? Is he over-aggressive or anything?
No, not that I know of.
Try to stand up.
Right. Yeah.
Drew, is that for sure urine? For sure.
Yeah, I think it is. This kind of thing does sound like urine, and I think all you can really do is go back to the gynecologist and talk to them about it. There are some medications you could take, but I'm not sure I would do it. And realize this may just be you. This may just be one of those little things, and make sure you really evacuate your bladder before you have sex.
Try standing up.
Yeah, change position. That's a great advice.
Yeah.
Change position. Standing up, reverse, doggy against the couch.
All of it.
Maybe that would work.
All of the above.
Foot
and
pon,
your head.
Foot pon the shoulder.
All right, let's play a song from Peeping Tom, Mike Patton's project. The album came out, was it in May?
In May.
In
Came out
or
end of May.
So it is for sure out. And if you've never heard of Mike Patton or of Peeping Tom, this is a good little introduction to the man. And he's been doing it a long time with many different styles of music and many different people. And he's a musician's musician. Put it that way.
Yeah, that means
very well respected within
musicians, but nobody
like
else.
in the rap world.
All right, here you guys go. This is called Mojo from Peeping Tom on Loveline. Hit it. That is called Mojo from Peeping Tom. The CD is out. Mike Patton is here and Rozelle. We've got to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk to a girl who wants to know if you use lube, does it make anal sex more comfortable and safe? So we'll get on the bottom of that.
We're definitely going to get to the bottom.
In just a minute, bottoms up in just a second on Loveline.
Bottoms up.
This is Loveline.
Loveline will be right back.
55463. That's the number. You send a text message with the word Loveline in it and join Loveline Mobile, the ever-growing Loveline community where Loveline listeners meet each other through text messages. Loveline Mobile, 55463. There's nothing quite like it. That sound of an incoming text message. Just when you think the world is giving up on you, bam, your phone calls you out. But as you all know, it's oftentimes a huge disappointment. It's your girlfriend asking when you'll be back. It's your boyfriend asking where you are. It's your friend Steve who wants his money back. Well, how about this? Now you can add some instant flavor to your social SMS scene with Loveline Mobile 55463. For the price of that cheesy miniature golf game that you downloaded that you might play 3 or 4 times, you can be getting text messages from actual people. Just send a text with the word Loveline in it to 55463.
This is Rocky Moselle with International Star Registry. Give someone special to you the gift that will be remembered for years to come. Name a star after them. The Star Registry will name a star after anyone on your gift list for $54 and a call to 800-282-3333 or visit starregistry.com. It's the perfect gift for birthdays, weddings, and just about any occasion. Give the ultimate gift. Call the Star Registry at 800-282-3333 or visit starregistry.com. We proudly support the Starlight Starbright Children's Foundation.
Every day, 10 children are killed by gunfire.
Where have all the children gone? Long time passing. Where have all the children gone? Long time ago. Where have all the children gone? Gone to graveyards one by one. Oh, when will we ever learn? Oh, when will we ever learn?
The killing won't stop unless you help stop it. Call 1-800-WE-PREVENT to find out what you can do. Not one more lost life. Not one more grieving family. Not one more.
Oh, when will we ever learn?
A public service message from the U.S. Department of Justice, the Crime Prevention Coalition, and the Ad Council.
What's a frequency cat this show? Things are drained.
Hi, this is Mike Mills and Peter Buck of REM. For RAD, Rockers Against Drunk Driving. You know, it's okay to rock and roll and party. Just let someone else do the driving. Please don't drink and drive, and don't drive with someone else who's been drinking. Thank you.
What's a frequency cat this show? Things are drained.
Hey, what are you doing after the game? Well, there's a big party at Jason's. His parents are out of town, and there's going to be plenty to drink.
I think I'll pass.
You're going to pass up a party?
Well, it sounds more like trouble than a party.
Make the right choice. Underage drinking always means trouble. It's dumb, dangerous, and illegal.
You're going to miss all the fun.
I'm going to stay out of trouble.
A public service message from the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
If you're between the ages of 12 and 18, you're invited to play our Name That Theme Song Challenge. Just listen to the following songs and try to identify the popular TV shows they come from. Number 1. Number 2.
Come and knock on our door. Come and knock on our door. We've been waiting for you. We've been waiting for you.
3.
It's the bigger love.
4.
Give it up. Give it up. You've got to give it up, oh, brother.
And 5.
Sweet Valley, Sweet Valley.
Now, if you can name 2, you know your TV. If you can name 3, you're a certified TV master. If you can name 4 or more, you probably need to get off the couch and get outside.
Run, walk, jump, pedal, paddle, blade, board, kick, dribble, spike. Get up, get out.
A public service message brought to you by the President's Council on Physical Fitness and Sports and the Ad Council.
Roselle, here with Beatbox. Keep going. Damn, that is his mouth doing that, by the way. Now, I am a heterosexual male, but when you are with females and you are in the region below, does that skill help in the oral sex?
Oh, yeah.
And how does that help? Just because the tongue is inside, but yeah.
Check it out. He can perform the job and sing a serenade at the same time. He'll be going, if your mother only knew.
Oh my God.
Just, little vibrating techniques that that you have to.
It's the vibrating.
Most people have to go to the store and buy it.
Mike Patton is here, by the way, and that's Roselle. Roselle, let me ask you this question. If a girl is listening right now, let's just say she's excited, and she wants to hear a vibrating speaker in her house, can you do a vibration into her speaker?
Vibrate it.
That's more like a bong hit, but I still enjoyed it. All right, Dr. Drew, let's talk to Jessica from Sacramento. You're on Loveline. Jessica, what's going on?
Hi, I was calling. I had two questions. One was to see if anal sex is dangerous to me or the baby while I'm pregnant.
Not to the baby unless you're having some sort of preterm labor or a high-risk pregnancy. But intercourse of any type you can do pretty much right up to the end. However, you definitely do not want to switch from anal sex to vaginal intercourse. That would be harmful to the baby.
Because you're taking that dirty stuff through and putting it in the baby.
You'll get a bacterial vaginosis, and that has been associated with preterm problems.
Okay, and can certain types of lubricants, should they not be used while you're pregnant? Like, can they cause your cervix to soften, thin, or dilate?
That's actually a really good question. Not that I'm aware of, but I would certainly talk to an obstetrician about that to be sure. I've never heard of any real warnings on that one.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks, Jessica. And
good
turn
questions.
down your frickin' radio. Very good question.
Good questions, nonetheless.
Stick to oral.
They are good questions. All right, let's talk to Alan, who's 25 in Fresno. What's up, Alan?
Yeah, I have a question for Mike and a couple comments. I just got turned on to your music about 2 years ago from an enlightened friend, and I've been a huge fan ever since. I got all the Panamas, the Bungles, and pretty much everything you've done. And I'm a huge fan. I just saw you in Frisco. I was front row. And
Peeping Tom show?
Loved your live act, man. You're an awesome performer.
Thanks, man.
And the question I had, who is that gorgeous singer in the cowboy outfit?
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I knew it. Her name is Imani Coppola.
Just eyeballing her the whole show.
Hey, man, I don't blame you.
Give her name out once again. So
I have a hard time, staring straight sometimes myself. Her name is Imani Coppola, and she's done a lot of different things. I think she had a hit a while back.
A hit record,
a hit record like in the 90s. I think it was called Cowgirl, Legend of a Cowgirl.
Yeah.
It's good. She's really got pipes, and she writes. She's she's a multitasker.
You guys share a bus?
We're getting into some area here.
Are you dating her?
Loveline.
You want to do the guy? All right, Alan. Thank you for calling.
Where's that OE?
Thank you.
The oldie is calling. And by the way, I mentioned to Mike off the air.
Sexual relations with that woman.
I asked Mike if he likes oldie because I had a little inside info because my friend saw him sipping them. He's like, "How did you know that?"
Oh, go.
No.
You were so nice to him. He's a big fan of yours. He asked you if you would take a picture with him. You're like, "Of course, man. I'll take a picture." So he loves you even more now for that.
Right on, man.
Which is very cool. So it pays to be nice to people.
Whatever works.
Because you never know who knows who and where it's going to go. And all
it was a moment of weakness. I apologize.
Very good. Martha, Pomona, you're 23 on Loveline. What's happening, Martha?
Hey, what's up? I had actually a couple of questions. The first one, I wanted to know, because the last guy I dated, he was uncircumcised, and it felt different giving head to him versus my previous boyfriend who was circumcised, and I felt like it was less hygienic. I felt like I couldn't afterwards, my mouth felt really dirtier, and I couldn't make it feel clean.
Does he take care of it? Does he wash it down there? I mean,
good question. No, seriously.
I mean, really, because it can get a little.
I know he seemed like a really clean person. I just thought maybe it was the fact that he was uncircumcised.
Normally when go ahead.
Go ahead, Doc.
Certainly being uncircumcised creates a little more growth of yeast and certain kinds of bacteria, but it shouldn't be able to be felt in your mouth, really. So I don't know. Maybe
isn't that just a lot more skin? Drew, isn't that just a lot more skin flopping in the mouth, though? That's what you probably tasting. I assume.
It is.
But Drew, can he just pull the skin back? Come on,
Yeah,
you got all the blood flowing in there. I mean,
absolutely. Absolutely, but she's saying
that if he washes every day, if he takes care of it, he won't have the yeast problem, right?
I feel you. What?
Because the only reason why I asked is because my roommate has a similar experience.
Well, maybe there's some. I mean, again, you get more moisture in that area once you pull the skin down. There's a little more bacteria, a little more moisture, and maybe it leaves some kind of funny feeling in the mouth, but it shouldn't be anything significant. It really shouldn't.
Got to step your oral game up, babe.
There you go.
Yeah.
Have him step
and
his
he
up
needs
as
to
well.
clean and then dry.
He got to be Mr. Squeaky Clean, for real.
I'm gonna ask a question. Okay, can I ask my second question?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, it's actually for Mike Patton. It's a kind of a technical question, I guess, but I wanted to know when you collaborated, like when you made the music and kind of just put it together, when you did your work with like the executioners and things, I just want to know what kind of like programs did you use, like what kind of computer programs, and like what's your setup with like just I guess in your studio or your personal studio?
I mostly use Pro Tools, which is pretty standard, for music producers and whatnot. But I use a bunch of other stuff too that different sampling programs, things like that. Best thing to do is to mess around with it and figure out what works,
Were you in the same room with everyone you collaborated with at one point, or were you never in a room at... Did you mail off... Yeah.
On this Peeping Tom record?
Correct.
Basically, I was in the room with a couple of people, Bay Area people, Dan the Automator and Jell and Ad Nauseam, who lived there. The rest were all via mail.
Via the email.
Which is a beautiful thing.
Now, you would get the track done, send it to him, and would you say, do what you want, send it back, and then you would take it and then be like, nah, that's medium, kind of work on this thing? How did that go down?
For the most part, I'd give them very, very specific directions, except for the people that I, who are my boys,
right.
Like Rozelle. I'm not going to tell him what to do.
Yeah.
Like Yoda,
he knows what to do. Yeah, do what you do.
It's crazy how computers have helped bands, not necessarily the size of you guys, but baby bands.
Everybody.
Yeah, they can
On
record an
every
album for, nothing.
Yep, you can record at home. You cut out the middleman. There are a lot of people, a lot of fat cats, in the music industry that for many, many years made a lot of money off studios. Thousands of dollars a day to sit around and play.
Smoke Marlboro Lights and watch someone else do their job.
Exactly.
Let's talk to Brian in Oregon. You're 25. What's up, man?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good, thanks.
I finally got up enough courage to call you guys.
There we go.
I have two questions. First one, it's really weird. In the top of my penis, I have a second hole.
Yes. Full of
You've heard of this, Drew.
Of
Drew,
course.
wait, what is this?
Get that. Yeah, get that book out, Stryker, about genital reconstruction. You'll see that's one of the more prominent articles there because it's probably the most common abnormality in the penis. It's very common.
Two-headed snakes, I've heard of. Two holes on a penis, forget it.
It's very common. Sometimes it's functional, sometimes it's not. Pee can come out of there, sometimes all the time.
Both
and
holes
some
work?
people need...
It's really tiny.
It's what?
It's really tiny. It's tinier than the pee hole itself.
Yeah. It's an ancillary thing. And sometimes people have it repaired. There's a very specific procedure to have it repaired. You don't have to have it done, though, but you can talk to your urologist about it if it bothers you. It's very common.
Nothing to worry about?
No, very common.
Okay.
And are you double streaming when you're peeing? Is it two lines of liquid flying out of that wiener?
That's what it seems like. It's like a really big stream that comes into one.
Wow. See, that just sounds like fun to me. I mean, man, you could dress it up, man, draw some eyebrows on them. Right? First thing that comes to my mind.
Get a Sharpie on there.
Sharpie.
Tattoo it, actually.
You can make some.
Yeah, get a tattoo on that baby.
Get a tattoo.
Kiss my smiley face down there.
Say hello to Mr. Happy.
What's up, buddy?
Don't worry.
That's why it took me enough guts to call you guys.
Because you knew they'd make fun of you?
Yeah, of course.
In good fun.
We're not.
No, we're not making fun. I'm just saying, that's you, man.
No, I understand that. Okay.
It's all you, man.
It's fine.
I'm worried about.
I'm not a urologist, and I'm not aware of any problems you're going to get into if you don't repair it, but I can tell you it is a common thing.
Okay. Now, here's the one that I am worried about. On one of my testicles, I have a lump. It hasn't changed size for as long as I can remember. It's been the same thing.
Is it on the skin, and is it spongy, or is it inside?
It's inside, and it's, like, hard.
Yeah, anything hard a doctor needs to look at.
But here's the funny thing, though. I'm 25 years old. I've had numerous physicals.
Yeah.
I mean, I was in the United States military, and they didn't even catch that. So, I mean...
Well, did you direct their attention to it?
Well, I've asked about it, and every time I've asked about it, they go, "Oh, don't worry about it. It's fine."
Yeah, it's nothing. Then it's a cystocele, some type of varicocele. That you can get growths in there that are normal. They're firm, but they're not hard. The ones you have to worry about feel like a rock, actually like a pebble in there.
That's what it feels like, and it felt like that for years.
Well, the fact that it hasn't changed in size is a very good sign, but I'd still get a urologist. It sounds like you need to have a urologist just go over that area a little bit.
You got 2 holes in your penis, a rock on your testicle. What's next?
Just get it checked out. That's the kind of stuff they deal with all the time. It's no big deal.
It could all be normal. Who knows,
Yeah, if you've had, you can be reassured by the fact that you've had this for a long time. It hasn't changed in size or shape. Other doctors have felt it and didn't feel it was hard the way we consider it hard.
Right.
Brian, you sound like you got a New York accent, but you're in Oregon.
Yeah, I lived in New York City. I was born and raised there.
What are you doing in Oregon now with that 2-hole penis of yours?
Actually, me and my fiance moved out here because I couldn't afford it in New York anymore.
Got it.
What does she think about it?
She's from here.
What does she think about it?
No, not about Oregon, man. The 2-hole wiener.
The two holes in a rock.
The 2 holes, I mean, she tells me the same thing, go get it checked out. But, I mean, I told her the same thing. She's like, oh, well, just deal with it then.
There you go.
Well, you should get it checked out and then put it to rest after that.
Checked out, buddy.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Urologist. This urologist is the kind of doctor you want to see, okay?
Okay, that works. Thank you, sir.
Good luck, Brian. Good luck.
All right, let's grab this call for you, my friend. Dan in San Diego, you're 24. What's up? Dan?
Silence.
Dan.
I think the snake scared him away, man.
Oh, there he is. What's going on, man? You're on with Mike Patton and Rozelle.
Beautiful. I'm in and out of the service, man. I just want to say what's up. I'm Dr. Dre, been a big fan for a long time. Striker, I appreciate your work. Mike Patton, I know you guys were in the Orange County Fair with Gnarls Barkley. I didn't get a chance to see you guys. I know you guys are great over there, but
it was fun, man.
Rozelle, I'm sorry I'll let you guys talk, but I got a lot to say. I just want to say, Rozelle, I've been a big fan for a long, long time, man. Ever since you've been with, I know you did a lot of collaborations with the RZA as well. But my question is, when you come out with the new album, when we're gonna hear some new stuff about that?
Yeah, we working on it now, man. Trying to get it popping. Huh?
All right.
We working on it, man. Keep me in your prayers, man.
Yeah, what else? Are you gonna do this? Are you touring with anybody right now? Are you gonna any concerts or anything like that?
I mean, I'm touring with my man Mike Patton. We doing the whole Peeping Tom thing. Opening up for Gnarls Barkley. So we doing that right now, baby.
Oh, is that right? All right. So you at the Orange County Fair then?
Yeah.
He's in the band. He's my secret weapon, man. Not so secret now.
He's the ace in the hole.
That's right.
All right, Dan, we're going to put you on hold because the connection's not that great. Can you do me a favor, Rozelle?
Sure.
All right. Mike Patton's here. It's Rozelle, Stryker, and Dr. Drew. We need to go to a break.
Dr. Drew.
Somehow, with all your voices and everything you do, somehow get in that the show was Loveline, and we're coming back pretty soon, and we're taking calls, and yada, yada, yada. Do your beatbox and get into the commercials. Here you guys go.
Get that written down somewhere?
Loveline, we're taking a break. We're coming back. Thanks for hanging, Mike Patton. Yada, yada, yada. Take it away.
We'll be right back
after these messages.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Loveline. Be right back in a minute.
Want to meet somebody new tonight? Grab your phone, send a text message with the word Loveline in it to 55463. Loveline Mobile, 55463.
All right, we are back on Loveline. I'm Stryker and Dr. Drew. Mike Patton is here, and Rozelle, the human beatbox. They're going to be in Chicago on July 27th. Then you're going to be Twin Lakes, Hedgepeth Festival with the Flaming Lips, July 28th. Minneapolis on the 2nd. Back to Chicago at the House of Blues for Lollapalooza. Oh, they're going to do Lollapalooza, a little pre-party, something like that.
I think we're on that.
With Gnarls Barkley.
With Gnarls, yeah.
And then in Detroit, and Chicago, Indianapolis, Toronto. What's your guys' website or a MySpace or something people can check you out on?
There is a MySpace.
Is it under Peeping Tom?
I think it's under Peeping Tom.
Peeping Tom, you guys. And that's the Mike Patton collaborational.
That's the new one, yeah.
It's his thing. He put it out himself. And I got it right here. We played a song earlier, and we'll play another one pretty soon. And Drew, you ready for some calls, man?
Let's go.
All right, it's 1-800-LOVE-191. And let's talk to Angie, who is in Texas. You're 22. What's up, Angie?
Hi, guys. I basically had a really difficult question, and I don't know how to handle the answer to tell my boyfriend. I'm 22. My boyfriend is currently 27, and he has a really weird fantasy. He wants me to have a threesome with another man. And I'm not really comfortable with it, but I don't know how to tell him I'm not comfortable with it.
Hold on. Yeah. Now, first of all, it's not that weird. And does he want to see you have sex with another guy?
Yeah.
All right, that's kind of problematic. Remember, we had a guy last night, Striker. We talked in great detail about this.
He was really into it last night.
I am profoundly troubled that you cannot speak up and tell somebody you supposedly love and who supposedly loves you that you don't want to be in a position that makes you incredibly uncomfortable, that you find degrading, and that's going to just disrupt your relationship. You can't even say that?
I'm really scared to lose him.
Well, you're going to lose him if you do this thing. Guaranteed.
Either way, you're going to lose him. So if you have sex with the other guy, he's going to get upset. He's going to start talking about it. And then, it's going to break up anyway.
And you'll be unhappy.
So you might as well just give him the 2 letters.
You're going to be degraded. You're going to have an STD. God knows what else you're going to feel like afterwards.
Right. The thing is that he also wants me to kind of take pictures of him with another man, which I don't want to do. Okay. I don't want to
leave him alone.
Angie, take yourself out of this position for 1 second and look at the picture there. Him wanting a threesome with another guy, I'd say maybe let it slide a little. But then wanting pictures of him with the guy.
Yeah.
Time out, I'm out.
Red light, red flag.
Tag team, I'm out.
You don't need this guy.
No.
You don't need him.
You're right. You're so right.
How long have you been with this guy?
Big world out there.
How long have you been with this guy?
We've been together for about, 3 months and a half or so.
Oh.
All right. You don't know who he is.
Hit the door, pavement.
He's telling you who he is. He's declaring himself now. This is a very complex
clean
guy.
right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's coming clean.
I'm curious what he does for a job as a 27-year-old right now. What does he do?
He's still a student.
Was he a med student or just a regular student?
No.
What, he got a part-time job at MDA's? Or the Pink Pounder?
He's a part-time university student.
You sure?
I'm going for a few time now. Yeah.
You sure? Because it seems like you don't know this guy.
You don't know him at all.
3 months and a half. Yeah, I'm getting really new pictures of him, and it's just not something I'm really comfortable with.
Right. Well, here's the 2 things you've got going here. You've got someone who is afraid of closeness, and he's having to sabotage your relationship, and he has very significant sexual identities issues. So you add that all up, and that's, again, somebody who is abused, something happened to him growing up.
There you go. All right, let's talk to Aaron in Montana. You're 25. What's up, Aaron?
Hey, I was calling to talk to Mike. How are you doing, Mike?
Good, man. What's up?
I just, I've been trying to thank you for a long time, but I never really knew how to nail you down because you're so busy.
You nailed me now.
Guilty. Nail on the head, buddy.
The history with this is, Mike, that I was a young kid doing young punk things, and I was out stealing stereos.
Yeah.
And I found your self-titled Mr. Bungle album in
one
stealing?
You gotta be kidding me.
No, I'm serious.
That's pretty good.
I took the stereo home, and I'm like, oh, score, free tape. And I put it in my tape player, and after listening to that, I realized that the girl didn't have this in her car because she wanted it. It's because she needed this. So your music actually kind of brings sanity to the insane, just to let you know. And,
did it work for you?
Well,
you still stealing?
I haven't stolen a thing since.
Good man.
Wow, okay.
I've actually focused a lot more of my drive towards music since then.
You actually sound more of like a priest right now as we're talking.
Yeah,
you pronounce every word so perfectly with such strength.
So here's the underlying problem now.
I knew it was coming.
It is coming.
All right.
I've driven myself so hard towards music.
That's a private problem.
No, not like that.
Leave yourself alone, buddy.
I'm driving towards music so hard that my relationship just, I don't think that I'm doing enough there. And how do you pull it off, man?
How old are you?
I'm 25.
In your 20s, men particularly spend an awful lot of time focused on their career, and relationships suffer as a result. It's not uncommon for a guy to let go the perfect person, but knowing that they had to do that, they're not ready for marriage, they don't have their sort of act together yet, that even though it was somebody they regret having let go, they were just not ready because they weren't where they needed to be in their life. And that's the 20s. That's what it's all about.
That makes sense, yeah.
Hey, what else did you steal growing up besides tape decks?
Cars, blueprints.
Blueprints?
Wow.
Dude,
Like banks and stuff?
Down, man. I was a kid. I was stupid. You know.
Blueprints of what, though?
Like people's houses?
City planning office.
Wow.
Yeah. It was.
Wow, you can go to jail, buddy.
I know. You know, and that's why I stopped. You know.
TSA,
I can't
man.
Go to jail for music, can I, Mike?
No. Not in my world, no.
Only from stealing the files, you can't.
Exactly.
So
keep doing music, man. It's a nice
do you
way out,
maintain
you know.
A relationship when you're doing all of these other things.
Well,
it's hard, buddy.
It's very hard.
Very hard.
It's a daily struggle, I can tell you that. I got married when I was 24. I'm 38 now, and I've been separated for 5 years.
Okay,
but you know, it's a good thing. You know, I feel like it had to happen, but it's for those those reasons you're talking about. You know, two people wanting different things, and even though we knew each other really well when we got married, hey, it doesn't get easier.
No, it doesn't.
So you lasted how many years is that then? A long time.
10 11. Yeah.
And then you realize, I just can't.
Well,
can't
we're
do
trying this. See what
good.
happens. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
You know?
Good for you.
Still hope.
All right.
Who
Well, we're
knows?
going to take another break. Roselle, you want to take us another break again? Or not? With the beatbox? Yeah? Are you sure?
Here it comes.
Okay, hold on. Let me set it up for you. Let me set it up. Mike Patton is here.
Yes.
From Peeping Tom. Obviously from Faith No More and many other unbelievable projects. Rozelle is here. He's Mike's ace in the hole, so to speak. That's Dr. Drew. I'm Stryker. And more of your calls, including Tiffany. We're going to go to you in just a minute. You want to hook up with your neighbor who is married, and she's a female. You want to hook up with the girl. Here we go. Break. No, we're too late. We got to go to break. Hit it. Sorry. Next.
Call 1-800-LOVE-191 to broadcast your problems to the public. Loveline will be right back.
Durex brings you a special giveaway you can't afford to miss out on. The last caller this hour will win a Durex Beach Party Pack, which includes a portable grill, a gift card, and other cool goodies. Rely on Durex when you have those least expected party moments. Brought to you by Durex. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. Must be 18 or older to enter. Call 800-LOVE-191 for
We're back on Loveline. Mike Patton is here. Peeping Tom, and that's Rozelle, the human beatbox. Take away for just a second.
Loveline. And we're back.
Very nice. That was awesome, man. Drew, what do you think of that?
Amazing. I don't understand how he does it.
I can't tell if he's being a smart ass looking at a stethoscope on the other end.
Right.
Like, my stethoscope's not working. What did you just do?
Drew, I just want to meet your wife and just ask her a couple of questions. Does he ever get excited?
Man.
It's like amazing.
It's clinical. Clinical, man. He's a doctor.
Drew, can you try to do the beatbox?
No.
Come on, man.
Fat boys are back, and you know that they'll never be whacked.
Man, come on.
No,
Try it.
I don't even know where to begin.
Come on.
You just did. That started.
That's it. I'm telling you right there.
Baseline.
When he says no, he really means it.
Okay. All right. I can tell he's not laughing.
But just so you, I don't know if you guys know, I've been to some shows, like rock shows, and I'll be there checking it out. Who do I see there watching?
Really?
Dr. Drew with his wife at the show.
Wow.
I've seen him quite a
like
few
hanging
times.
back in the shadows?
No. He's there. No, yeah, he's not backstage. He's watching.
You and I have introduced bands together before, remember?
Yes, we have. Yeah.
Why don't you guys? I wish I'd have known that. You guys could have come down and done something.
That'd
for
have
us.
been awesome, man. That'd have been good stuff.
We'd have shown up gnarls, man.
That'd have been great.
Showed up with you guys.
All right, let's grab a call here. Tiffany, we were talking about you before the break. You're in Utah on 23. What's happening?
Tiffany.
There's the setup and nothing, no reciprocation.
Tiffany.
The caller that goes by Tiffany?
Tiffy Pooh.
All right. Next. Oh, man. All right, this
You've
girl.
been denied.
That was awesome, by the way. I love that one. All right, Markeisha in Sacramento. What's going on? You're on Loveline.
I was just wondering because, for some reason, I don't like my own race. I don't know why. And
What race are you?
What race are you?
African American.
And you don't like black people?
No, I don't like black people.
Why?
I don't.
What's that about?
I don't know. They're just cause
Have you met every black person on the planet?
Huh?
Have you met every black person on the planet?
No. I'm just saying.
So how could you hate?
I don't hate them. I just because I guess because I dated a couple of white guys, some Mexican guys.
Okay, nice.
I had better relationships with them instead of the black guys, you know.
How many black guys did you date?
How many are we talking about?
Like 3 or 4.
Oh, God.
You got a little work to do.
For real. When you get up to 50, then maybe you can take one of those statistics.
Let's clarify, too, what you're saying. You're not saying you don't like your race. You're saying you've dated a few black guys and you don't like. Yeah. You didn't relate to them. You don't like how they treated you or something.
She basically don't like the decisions she's made.
Yeah, well, you don't like that group of guys that whoever that is that you come in contact with. It's really not a racial thing.
Or is it?
I don't know. I just because my friend, she's like, well, my boyfriend or whatever has another guy and they want you to hook up, and they're like, I'm like, what race is he? He's like black. Oh, I don't want to talk to him. That's just how I am. I don't know why. Maybe I get it from my uncle because he married a white lady, you know.
Yeah. Well, I'm quite sure you got a lot of influences going on around you, and probably the environment you're in, probably not
Keep an open mind.
Black people. So.
And is it bad for my friends and family not to like me for that? They think it's wrong.
I mean, to me, just being a black guy myself, you can't just say
you're black.
Oh, you didn't know?
I can't believe that.
God, he's coming out. You're coming out of the closet, man.
Hand is wearing off, buddy.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
No, but I'm saying seriously, I'm like, you can't just say, you hate your whole race because of your preferences. If you like white guys or Mexican guys and they treat you a certain way and black guys are maybe a little too aggressive, then you like people who are less aggressive.
Right. I think people would be irritated with you for declaring a race a problem.
Right.
That upsets people.
Don't bring the race thing into the play. Just bring the personality.
The people thing.
People. Right, the people. Like, the guy
or the qualities of those qualities of those people. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
You just had a couple of bad eggs. No big deal.
Yeah.
All right,
but when you get older, trust me.
You need some more.
You'll find that black chocolate, baby.
And he's about 6'2", maybe 225. He can beatbox and he likes Mountain Dew.
Baby. I'll treat you right.
All right, let's go to Atlanta. 22-year-old Steven. What's happening, man?
Mark Patton, I got a couple questions for you. Keep it quick. I got a juvenile kind of throwaway question. In Buffalo in 1992, I believe it was. Rumor was you got banned from playing in Buffalo ever again. Would you care to elaborate on why you got banned from that after playing an invitation
tell us,
only?
Mike.
Were you there?
I was at the UB University of Buffalo show before. You played 2 shows that night, and you played an invitation-only show, which made the papers the next day because you did something lewd on stage. If you don't care to elaborate that, I have a second question.
Yeah, it wasn't really that lewd, but it turned into somewhat of a brawl, and that's what got me a little. Yeah, that's what got me into a little bit of trouble.
And you still can't play in Buffalo?
No, that's not true.
Okay.
There was a little bit of a little grace period there where I just decided to stay away. And everything's cool now.
So you weren't permanently banned from playing ever in Buffalo, New York?
No. It sounds sexy to say that.
Yeah, it does.
But no, not true.
Well, all right, we'll keep it at that. And also your role in Firecracker, there was a new film that just came out, and I thought that was a fantastic thrill. I was kind of disappointed that you didn't score because of your creativity and music and everything. You didn't score the soundtrack or whatever, but are you going to maybe do that in the future for some other films or video games?
Would love to. Actually working on one right now, or I just finished one and I'm starting another one.
Scoring or being in the movie? Scoring in the movie. Nice.
The reason I actually even acted in that movie came from, it was like, a friend of mine turned me on to this director, and I thought, well, maybe I can convince him to let me score the damn thing.
Right.
And he was really adamant about me acting in it, so I couldn't convince him and whatever. So
what
I thought I'd
is
try something new.
Firecracker? Is it on DVD?
Just came out on DVD, straight to DVD. Okay. Very weird, strange, independent movie, but pretty cool. It's a good-looking film, and I played 2 roles in it. So it's a hell of a way to get your feet wet.
And now what about the score? And you said you just finished doing a movie.
I just finished doing a short film.
Nice.
For a director in San Francisco, and I'm starting another one called Pinion.
And then Steven in Atlanta wanted to know about video games. Have you scored video games and or voiced video games?
I have voiced one video game called The Darkness. I think it's out now.
Okay.
I played. Guess what character I played? The Darkness.
Yeah. And did you do that in San Francisco?
Did in San Francisco, yeah.
Okay, tons of video gamers and video game companies are in San Francisco.
Yep.
What are some of your... do you like playing video games?
Absolutely.
What are some of your favorite video games?
Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah. All of them?
All of them. Actually, my favorite one is the one that's on the PSP now, because it's completely different. What is it? Liberty City, I think it's called.
City, yeah.
And it's like... it's different than all the ones on the other platforms. It's totally great.
You like any of the sports games, the Maddens, the baseball stuff?
I like I just got
first-person shooter games, any of that kind of stuff?
Not so much the shooter games. I like the
Siphon filter.
I just got MLB 06 or whatever, the show. That's really good.
Yeah.
Really good. I checked that out.
I was just in San Francisco this weekend on Treasure Island doing a whole video game thing.
Crazy.
And I was talking about this the other night. The stereotype of a video gamer is not what it was. There are freaking hot chicks in this contest, man, and they have formed gangs, and that's in quotes, by the way, and there's two big ones. One is called the Frag Dolls, pretty much hot girls that tour the country playing video games and whooping ass on guys, and then there's another one called the...
we should have them come open up for us.
Yeah, literally. And then the PMS Clan is the other one. Hot chick. And you guys that are gamers or non-gamers, you can find them on MySpace and say,
nice.
Wow, hot chicks playing video games.
It's not just for nerds anymore.
That is correct. You're not a hermit in your basement right now. Let's talk to Amanda. What's going on, Amanda from Phoenix?
Hey, guys. Well, I have a question about my boobs. Like, they're too big.
How old are you?
16.
Drew, did you hear anything there?
Huh?
It was a little bit of a little girl thing, but what is it? Why do you mean they're too big? What does that mean?
Like, I'm a 34D, and, like, I'm 5'3", and I weigh 115 pounds, and do you think it's normal for them to be so big?
It's exceptional. I wouldn't put it as abnormal.
Phenomenal.
You mean exceptional if she was 21, or you mean those are grand breasts, Dr. Grew?
Those are exceptional. They're out of the. They're unusual, but not abnormal. And the problem is at 16, and this is why you're probably more disturbed about it than anything else, is that your guy friends won't look you in the eyes anymore. Your girlfriend will start to talk about you behind your back a little bit, right?
Oh, yeah.
And that's all very distressing. I mean, people that you care about are all of a sudden treating you strange and are threatened by you. They will get over that in the next couple of years.
Do you guys think that there's, like, any way I could, like, something I can do to, like, put the attention off my breasts? Do I have to, like, wear a tight bra, like, smush them in, or what?
Well,
you live in Phoenix, you could wear a ski parka or something.
Yeah, it's more like dress it down. Wear baggy clothes, that kind of thing, so it's not accentuated. And
it's annoying because, like, I don't get, like, the respect or anything. I just, like, all about
I know. I hear this all the time from people your age, and it's really unfortunate. And young people just don't know how to behave, and they're sort of reacting like, primitive man in relation to these things.
I actually know a girl in high school that actually sounded just like you, and she was huge, right? And she actually got an operation to have them reduced.
Yeah, that happens, and it's really, you want to wait until you're 18.
Little. Like,
I know, you want to wait till you're 18, and the indications for the reductions are primarily neck problems, back problems, deep bra strap rube, that sort of thing. And at 16, you don't cave into the pressure of how people treat you. That will change with time. People, they're young, they've never dealt with this before, they're threatened, they're reacting, they don't know what they're doing. They'll get over it.
And this girl really regretted it, I remember afterwards.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because she had like what you said. It was she had like something went wrong with her back after that.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Amanda, are you
don't
all
do
good?
It.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for calling.
Okay. Bye.
Okay. Bye. Drew, I'm surprised you didn't ask her what happened to her a long time ago based on the voice.
I'm just trying to stay with the problem at hand.
All right. But you were dying to ask her.
You want to go back and ask her?
Yeah.
I'm not convinced she had anything. I didn't feel it.
All right, well, let's go to Sally. Sally in Santa Barbara, you're 19. What's going on?
Hi, I have a problem. My problem is, like, I never had, like, a boyfriend, but, like, I can't get guys to like me. I just get guys that always want to have sex with me.
Well, 19-year-old guys and even 35-year-old men and 27-year-old men like sex and want to have sex. Are you putting out a vibe that says, have sex with me?
Do I put on a vibe?
Correct.
It's just my boobs, or I guess is the
Here we go again.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know. Sorry about
common
that.
theme here.
And what size are your breasts, I may ask, because Rozelle wanted to know.
30-60.
All right.
Wow, you're nice. I want to get to know you. I don't even want to have sex with you. I just want to chill with you a little bit.
Just want to hang around her, huh?
I just want to hang around.
Wait, hold on one sec, Sally. Rozelle, if you are with a woman who has extremely large breasts,
right,
and you were to do the motorboat in between them, how would that sound?
A motorboat?
Or just, you know, the...
I wouldn't do that. It's a little embarrassing.
Let's pretend it was a comedy, and you were somehow between two large breasts.
Two large breasts.
And you were supposed to make a noise between them.
A noise in between them.
Yeah.
What would I do?
Yeah. Use the human beatbox, everybody.
This is tough. It's a tough one.
All right, you got 3 seconds, and we're moving on.
Okay. I can't do it, man.
Oh, really? He's sweating.
I would have to see him first.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to show you anything in the studio, okay? Sorry, Sally. Drew, do you have any
question?
I don't even know.
What was the question?
She said guys who wants to have sex with her. They don't want to talk. They don't want to walk.
Well, that's you know, the fact that she has something that makes them feel extra sexual is part of the deal. But guys, until they're, maybe forever, but certainly in their 20s, are going to be that way.
Okay.
And you got to help them. You got to save them from themselves. Just because they want to do that doesn't mean you have to do that. And they'll hang around. Don't worry.
Yeah, but how do I stop it?
Find a nice guy.
You mean you can't say no?
Well, I can, but I know.
Why not? You can't say that.
I can do it to certain people because I know when to stop, but...
You're running the show. You got to realize
right.
that.
You have the power.
It's you.
It's
all about
twins.
you.
You have the twin powers,
man.
Yeah, the guys are coming to you.
Yep.
Right. You don't have to worry about them. They're going to hang around. The ones that don't hang around, that's a good test to see who you should be hanging around with.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. It's just that I'm very shy.
I know, and guys will be a constant disappointment to you, but the good ones will hang around. They will.
Okay.
Okay? Right. Hang in there.
Hang in there with those 36Ds.
That's right, man. Keep your head up.
All right, Rozelle, we got to go back to you because Sam...
Oh, here we go.
No. Sam and Jose wants to speak to you.
All right.
Sam and Jose. Twins?
San Jose. Sam and San Jose.
Sam and San Jose.
Sam and San Jose.
Got names for them.
What's going on, Sam?
Hey, long-time listener, big fan. I had a question for Rozelle, if I could.
What's up, Sam?
Hey, so you have a song that it's called "If Your Mother Only Knew," and so I practiced beatboxing a little bit. I've been trying to figure out how you incorporate the beats along with the vocals.
For real?
How he does
Pro
that?
Tools.
Pro Tools. Tonight's show is brought to you by Pro Tools.
I know.
Like,
what do you do, Rozelle?
So you're asking me what?
For a trade secret.
Well, I don't know if something you can share or not, but I mean, I can get a little bit of sound in the background along with the beat, but I just can't duplicate how you can get a word into it. It sounds like brother every time I try to say it, and it never comes out as mother. I can't figure it out.
If your brother only knew. Damn. Whoa. That's some incest going on.
Let's see, man. How can I help you?
Can you give an example of a song without doing the words and just so we all know how it sounds, Mr. Human Beatbox?
You should break it down, yeah.
I mean, basically, what you have to do is like the word and the beat, they must coincide together, not on top of each other. So that's why you keep pronouncing brother.
Mm-hmm.
Pronounce mother, but the beat right after mother. It has to be right on it.
Literally right, yeah.
You can't pronounce it.
All right, give us a quick example of
No,
that.
I can't do that.
No, not that song, but
somebody.
just a little beatbox action right here.
Human
beatbox
for
is not
example,
a CD.
here we go. Okay. Yes, y'all. You don't stop. You don't stop. You don't stop. Yep. Yes. Get it?
Got it. He's got it good. All right, let's grab another call here.
I
wanted the full-on beatbox right there.
Dude, he was just taping that right now. He's looping it up.
Yeah, loop that up, buddy.
Christine in Detroit, what's going on? You're 20.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
I just have a question. I am afraid to orgasm, during sex, and even when I.
Why, man?
Oh. I really don't know. It's like my boyfriend will be going down on me or whatever, and I'll stop him right when I get close.
Are you afraid you're going to lose your urine or something?
No, seriously, I don't know. Like, I mean, I don't
There's
think
two.
I've
There
ever
are a couple of. Okay, there are a couple common reasons that women do that. One is they feel sort of overwhelmed physically, and it's a hard thing for them to sort of experience. Number two, they feel like they're going to lose control in some way, and the fantasy is they're going to lose their urine or do something embarrassing. And then finally, there's people that feel as though sort of giving of themselves and being that out of control with another person is somehow too intimate and too close and uncomfortable. So, is any of those things you?
Probably, I would think like the last one. Like, I mean, like I am with now is the first guy I've ever been able to open up like completely about, like.
Why are you why do you have such trouble opening up?
I don't know, like, in my family, like, the whole thing, like, if we have a problem, it's just not talked about, and it's like, if we pretend it's not there, it's just not, and, like, I've always kind of had a problem with it, like, I'm the kind of person that if I have a problem, I need to talk about it with someone, but at the same time, I've been scared, because, like, if I tried to say something to my dad about something, he'd, like, freak out and yell at me.
Right.
And, like, my mom would just, like, go and, hide in her bedroom, and she never...
Does your boyfriend understand, or is he reassuring or comforting about this problem you have sort of being...
Well, like, he always says, like, as long as I'm happy, it'll be okay. Like, I don't feel, like, unsatisfied. I've never actually, like, hit that actual point of, like, ecstasy. So, like, I mean, I enjoy sex, and I just...
Well, maybe that's always the more common problem of all is the guys who don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And the guys see it. Listen, guys see a female's genital tract, and they think it's an inside-out penis. That's how they see it.
No.
And they have no other sense of how to work that instrument.
No, because I can't even get myself off.
I know, but that's part of the problem. I understand.
It's part of the journey.
You got to practice, baby. You got to just let yourself go.
Gotta let it go. For women, and for many women, not all, but for about a good 60% of them, if they're not in an intimate encounter, the whole sexual experience doesn't happen. It's hard for them to feel sexual, have arousal, and that sort of thing. So you not masturbating, that makes sense, of course, but you also have to kind of direct him when you are with him and he's trying to figure out what works for you.
It really helps, yeah. Walk him through it. Tell them what you want.
Because we like to listen, and it doesn't hurt our feelings if the girls tell us what to do,
it's
correct?
Great. That's how you learn, man.
I love it. Please, talk to me.
Talk.
But there is one thing that I kind of want to point out. If there's a certain tone, if you use that tone, it can hurt the guy's feelings. If you're using it like ordering us, it's not good. If you're just talking to us, you can talk for 5 hours straight on how to do it, and we will listen with open
You give a
arms.
seminar, man.
Exactly. All right, let's grab one more call here before we go to break, and then after the break, we'll play another song. What's going on, Jessica? You're 19. What's happening?
Hi. I'm really nervous right now. I have a question for both Dr. Drew and Mike Patton. Ever since, a couple of years back, I've been obsessed with Mike Patton, and it's kind of gotten in the way of my life pretty much. I can't hold a steady relationship because my boyfriends get pretty freaked out with my...
I would too. Think about it.
It's going kind of... I'm nervous. I'm so nervous to tell you guys, but I have pictures from Mike back from Faith No More in my wallet. So.
The handsome man. I would too if I had a picture of him that size.
Wallet size. Where do you get those?
You didn't get that at Sears, did you?
I got to get me some of those Sears.
Well, my question is, how do I direct this in a way where it's not disturbing my life? Because Mike, you have my heart, and it's hard to give it away.
How old are you?
I'm 19.
Oh boy, hey.
I'm legal.
Hey,
I don't think that makes a difference right now.
In what state?
Drew, I think the last part probably goes to you. How can you direct that so it doesn't scare Michael off the planet?
Help me out here, Drew.
He's already scared. You have got to have. Well, it's easy to say, but you've got to have relationships on Earth, not just in your mind.
Yeah.
You have to one good long relationship, not even long, one good close encounter with somebody, and Mike will seem much less important.
Mike just makes music.
Yeah, you need
Mike
a real
movies
relationship.
and video games. Yeah. Mike is imaginary.
And to have obsessions and fantasies and stuff, that's good and normal and okay, but if it interferes with your ability to have a real relationship, that's a problem. So I would ask you to invest in the actual relationships that you are able to have in your life and see if that doesn't diminish some of this fantasy a little bit.
The people around you, those are the important ones.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's take a break here. Thanks for calling, Jessica in Redondo Beach. Mike is moving to Brazil now, so you cannot find him.
Mike is out of here.
Take the picture out of your little wallet. All right. Mike is in Peeping Tom. He is Peeping Tom, and if you've never heard of Mike, he, I don't want him to hear me say this to his face, but he's pretty much like a musical icon. He's been doing this a long time. Man. He has so much respect out there in both the public and, I don't want to say more importantly, but the musical community looks up at him and sometimes copies. And sometimes follows suit, and sometimes tries to take his lead. And we're going to play another song from Peeping Tom pretty soon. And Rozelle is here as well. He is a human beatbox, and Dr. Drew and me, Stryker. And we'll be back in just a minute with all of your calls. Bring them in, 1-800-LOVE-191.
Call 1-800-LOVE-191 to broadcast your problems to the public. Loveline will be right back.
All right, it's Loveline. Dr. Drew, do you know that you've had the line of the night, which is probably the most underrated line you've ever said, but the most comical line that I've ever heard you say?
What?
The girl said, basically, I'm afraid to have an orgasm. And you said, are you afraid you're going to lose your urine?
I'm gonna use that one, man.
I mean, Mike is thinking of naming a song. Lose your urine.
Lose your urine.
I'm inspired.
Oh, man. All right.
Losing my urine.
You're afraid you're going to lose your urine. Just the thought of that is disgusting.
Wow.
Oh, man. All right, Drew, we're going to play a song from Peeping Tom and then grab some more calls. Is that cool?
Cool.
All right. This is called We're Not Alone, and it's from Peeping Tom. Mike Patton is Peeping Tom, and it's a collaboration. He has many people collaborating with him on the album. It's been out for about a couple months now, so check this out. We're Not Alone, Peeping Tom on Loveline. It is. It's called We're Not Alone, Peeping Tom. That's Mike Patton's project. Sorry, did I talk over right at the end?
No.
Thought it was fading out slowly right there. It's called We're Not Alone. Mike Patton is here, and Razel is here, the human beatbox. And the CD is out right there. It's pretty exciting to play that on the radio stations that have us on right now, because maybe they wouldn't have ever heard that song.
It's nice.
You're into the radio when it comes to sports talk, not necessarily listening to a pop station or a rock station.
Not usually, no. But after tonight's experience, I think I may have to start.
You mean
there's some freaks out there.
In terms of listening to Loveline when you're all over the country?
Yeah, I'm going to try this Loveline thing. I'm going to try it.
That's cool, man. All right, let's jump into a call right now. The number's 1-800-LOVE-191. We got about 35 minutes left here. And let's grab Michelle in San Francisco.
Hey.
22. What's up, Michelle?
Hi. First of all, for Mike Patton, I would just like you to know that I lost my virginity to Faith No More, and I've been a huge Mr. Bungle fan since I was
That's
like 14 years old.
Nice. Congratulations.
So I just thought I'd share that a little too personal information with you.
Okay, let me ask you this. How was it?
Painful.
I was afraid you're going to say that. I'm
Mr.
sorry.
Bungle strikes again.
You got to try Barry White next time.
And one more little note, Mike. Do you know a man whose name Lefkowitz?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Manager?
Of course, yeah. Known him for years.
I'm his hairstylist.
Is he?
Small
Is he
world.
bald?
I'm wondering what his hair looks like.
Well, apparently she's not doing a good job if you're not remembering the hairstyle, Mike.
All right, so I can call you if I need to get this grease out of my hair?
Of course, that'd be great.
All right, cool.
What's your question now?
Okay, so the real question is, I've been in this relationship for a little over a year, and I have a boyfriend who essentially is a girl with a penis.
Uh-oh.
He is super hypersensitive, very defensive, very emotional, overreactive. Like, I love him to pieces, but I don't know how to deal with him, and I either need to make him more a man or ditch him without absolutely crushing him beyond belief.
Well, why do you have to look at it as a male or female attribute? Is he just an anxious guy?
Well, it's more than anxious. It's like, I pride myself on having very good communication skills in my relationship, and I cannot get through to him, like, even when I take responsibility for situations or circumstances in our relationship that aren't going well, like he just takes everything so personally and so defensively.
Give us an example. Give us an example.
He'll give me silent treatment, or he'll go stay at a friend's house for like 4 or 5 days on end.
4 or 5 days on end.
When did he do that in response to what?
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
There's an example here.
Okay, the staying at the friend's for 4 or 5 days has only happened once, but it was over one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard in my life.
Tell us.
He was like 45 minutes late to pick me up from work. And he lied. And I know he wasn't up to no good. He just lost track of time, like playing video games at home.
That is the most likely story. I don't believe it for a second, Michelle.
Hold on.
And I think he is acting overly sensitive because I think he's doing things that aren't that good.
Wait, no. Why did he? Well, yeah, it could be. Why did he get mad at you for him being 45 minutes late?
Well, that's the whole thing, is like I try to communicate with him that it upsets me that he would lie to me over something stupid like that. And, like, he gets so overreactive about it that we end up in this, like, drama where I cannot communicate with him, and he, like, has to...
Look, stop. Will you please stop with all the euphemisms? What happens? You start screaming at each other? What is said? What goes on? Don't talk like a robot. What happens?
Like, there will be some raised voices. There's just, like, an overall lack of listening, I would say, on both parts.
So this relationship isn't working. You're starting to get hostile and aggressive with each other. You can't seem to reconcile. You can't play fair. And in response to that, he retreats into some suspicion that he might be doing who knows what, and this is causing him to be late. And even if it's just addiction to video games or sort of childlike behaviors, that's problematic. Maybe this thing just isn't working.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. But he is so dependent on me. He lives with me. He
Well, again, you've contributed to creating those circumstances.
Yes,
So I
acknowledge that. I accept that, and I'm aware of that.
Michelle, why is he living with you after dating for not that long of a amount of time?
Well, because that's an even more screwed up story that I don't even want to go into.
Come on, here we go. Let's have it.
Hey, you're holding back.
Now it's getting interesting.
No one just moves in with someone after a couple of months.
What happened?
He was house sitting for me.
Yeah. How'd you know him?
I was away. Work sent me out on business for a little over a week. And when I came back, his roommate had basically given away his room to someone else.
Why?
Why? Because he had been staying with me like the majority of the time, and that person was an incredibly selfish person who just had no consideration for him.
Michelle, I like you, and I like how you sound on the phone, and you seem like a nice person, but all of this sounds like hogwash to me. It sounds like stories that are fake.
Oh, I wish it were fake.
Well, they're empty, and that you're making your little sort of interpretations of what's going on. Take the facts and just make them nonsensical.
Correct.
So you're taking the reality right out of what happened to you guys. Stop with the interpretation.
What would be the reality? What am I missing?
The reality is the guy's a drug addict or extremely immature adult who can't even manage his own life to the point that he can find a living space. And now he's flopping in. Hang on, I'm not done. Now he's flopping in your house, and you're allowing him to do that. And then you get involved with him on top of that, and then you make that his fault.
Yeah, you created this codependency.
Yes.
Okay, so how do I get over this? How do I end this?
Is he
Number one, the way you started it, you should end it. Just like the roommate gave away his room, change the locks on the door.
Well, you got to give him a break. Give him a chance to get out of there, but you're doing him a favor. Is he smoking pot all day or something? What's going on?
No, he does no drugs. He drinks occasionally. He does nothing more than that.
Well, why doesn't he have a job?
Look, boo, soon you have the fire department at your house.
He has a job.
What does he do, Michelle?
He works for a grocery company.
You think?
Bagging groceries?
Sounds like you don't know.
No, he does a little of everything.
Look, I know it's hard to be alone, but like the record said, you're not alone. So please get rid of this guy.
Yes, that boundary is not working. It's okay. You're entitled to not have your relationship work out. It happens to everybody all the time, and it is okay.
I know you want that built-in, live-in type of love, but you got to let it go. Sorry.
Cut it.
He's not the guy.
Cut the cord.
For real. I know it was nice and convenient for you, but sometimes life can't be convenient. You got to work at it.
Thanks.
All right, thanks, Michelle.
I believe that.
Drew, do you see how upset? Not upset.
Drew is giving her, schooling her.
But, well, no, she became suddenly honest.
Who's your daddy?
First, she sounded like a robot.
Completely.
And then at the end,
you're right.
She sounded like a human being. Like, oh, you're right. You could feel that. Yes, she was looking at things realistically, and it hurt. And because it hurts.
Four people that are on this program right now were so adamant of how ridiculous her situation is. It finally got through into her brain.
Right.
The funny thing is that. She designs the hairstyle of some dude I know. I mean, let's rewind a minute.
I forgot about that.
What's going on with that?
You will not get your hair done from her. All right.
That's crazy.
All right. This is Loveline. Mike Patton is here. Rozelle is here, the human beatbox. Peeping Tom, the album is out. That's Dr. Drew, who's the main man in charge. I'm Stryker. I'm just chilling right here by the porch. And we're going to be right back in a minute on Loveline.
Make new friends tonight by sending a text message with the word Loveline in it to 55463. That's Loveline Mobile, the newest.
All right. This is Loveline. With Dr. Drew, I'm Stryker. Mike Patton is here. Rozelle is here. Thank you guys, man.
Thank you.
This has been fun. We got a little more to go, but this has been very, very, very fun.
Good, man.
Good stuff. Educational.
Yeah, for all of us. You're afraid you're going to lose your urine. Let's go to James, 21. What's up, James?
Yeah, I just had a quick question for Rozelle.
Yeah.
And I was just kind of curious. I mean, you're one of the only people that I know that really is known for the whole beatboxing.
Right.
And I was just kind of curious how you got into doing that to get to the point where you're at now.
I lost my urine.
Let's just end the show on that one and go to the bar, everybody. Let's go to a bar and just close shop down right now. That was good.
That's the line of the night.
Hey, for people that are just tuning in, you don't have to give that answer right now, and I know you've done it a few times, and I put you on the spot. Can you just give a little sample of what you do as a human beatbox again?
Digital Dollar going out with a sing Rozelle.
That was good, man. Very good.
That's just,
that's just a small sample.
Nothing.
You're kind of like a stripper who's just like not really dancing for me though. Like I gave her the 20, and she didn't even take off her top.
Yeah, no, I'm not taking.
Take off the top, man. Take the top off.
We're in LA. You can't do that.
You have to pay me a little bit more money than that 20.
That's right, man.
All right, let's grab a call. You want to answer how you got started in it?
I mean, basically, I've been kicking this around since 9 years old, so I had a little head start. So I've been doing it for a long time.
Is it because of that movie the Fat Boys did?
Fat Boys had a big part in what I do right now, and I gotta definitely give praises to those guys right there. Big influence.
And where'd you grow up? East Coast?
Hollis, Queens, man.
Is that why you got
Run DMC?
Is that why you got the Yankees hat on?
Well, I live in the Bronx now, so I got to rep the NY, I can't walk through the streets. It's not going to happen, Can't rock no other hat in New York City, it's not, you don't get in trouble.
Do you know 2/3 of Run DMC that are still around?
Yeah. Run and DMC.
I like watching Run's house, man.
Yeah, what's with that TV show? I was going to ask you.
It's hot, though.
Is it good?
It's good. It's good. Yeah, it's funny. Let's talk to Annie in Van Nuys. You're
Annie!
20. What's up, Annie?
Hi.
Annie.
Hi. Ever since I was 14 and started to masturbate, I discovered that when I touched my own nipples, there was like this emotional trigger where I felt really violated and just kind of shut down.
Bad?
Like bad?
And yeah, in a bad way. It's like really uneasy. And when my boyfriend, when he's like licking them or anything else, it's fine. But when he's touching them a certain way or touching them, period, the same emotional trigger happens. And nothing happened to me growing up that I know of, so I don't know what that is.
I think it is probably just a release of hormone like oxytocin. And for whatever reason, you have a funny reaction to that. It's sort of a side effect. Do you feel kind of depressed?
Do I feel depressed?
When that happens, when you get that surge, is it sort of a depressed feeling?
I feel violated. Like I feel like the first word that came to my mind when I first felt it was I felt like molested for some reason. It was like a really violated, uneasy feeling.
But you were doing it to yourself.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
I don't know what...
nipple stimulation can cause some pituitary hormones to be released. and you may be having some sort of funny emotional response to those hormones. I don't think this is psychological. I think this is biological.
Okay.
Which is a good thing, by the way.
Yeah. Thank you.
Unless something did happen to you, but that's a pretty unusual sort of reaction to, that particular stimulation triggering a feeling of violation.
I've never heard that in my life, Drew. Listening to you on Loveline and working with you, is that only on girls, Drew, or girls and guys?
Primarily women. I mean, that's what stimulates breast milk production and the milk to be released and whatnot. There's a whole system that operates there, and it has. These hormones that are released can't have an emotional. But actually, they're released by orgasm and intercourse as well, and it causes a feeling of bonding. And for whatever reason, in you, that whole biology is having a funny side effect.
And when guys orgasm, we just want to get out of the house back home.
I just want stuff to blow up. Under the influence of testosterone, under the influence of testosterone, that bonding hormone doesn't work very well.
Really?
Yeah.
Man. You guys all right?
I have a question, Dr. Drew.
Drew, man, I got to ask you some stuff.
Yeah, man, I got some questions, man. I'm having problems right now.
Drew, you remember how I was affected last night when you mentioned how you get gonorrhea in your throat?
Yes.
Yes, by the way, guys. There's been a couple of reactions on certain things you've said in this room, but we don't need to get in them all. But Drew, certain things you say,
So if you have oral sex with a female, there's a probability that you can get gonorrhea in your throat.
Yes. I learned that last night.
Wow.
And I don't know when I'm going back in that region ever again.
Really fantastic. Thanks.
Well, I mean, if you're going around surveying vaginas, you're going to be in trouble. So I think you need to stick to one vagina. And
good point.
Yeah.
Stick to one vagina.
Stick to one vagina.
Stick to it. Yeah.
That is good.
And if
that makes sense.
And if you get it, you know where it came from.
That's true.
Right. Now, if you're going around, go to the club and go, hey, come here.
Right. All right, let's go to Ashley real quick. Ashley, you're 14. We got to get you on, then we got to go to a break. What's going on, girl?
Hi. I've been sexually active with my boyfriend since March. And I want to tell my parents, but I don't really want to because I'm afraid that I'll be kicked out of the house. But I need to get on birth control somehow. I just don't know any way, I can communicate to them without getting...
How old are you?
She's 14, Dr. Drew. 14.
In most states, you can get that on your own. There's places like Planned Parenthood.
Yeah. So, I obviously can't drive yet. And I asked my older friends, and it just always seems inconvenient for them.
I mean,
you 14
years old, do you really, feel the urge, the need to really go there?
Yeah, I know it sounds really bad, but,
No, it's not really bad, but it's you can't wait.
It's not good for you is the problem. It's not really bad. We're worrying about you and your health and well-being.
Yeah, I was talking to my mom today about it. I didn't tell her that I'm not a virgin anymore, and I understand the side effects and all that. It's just, I just want to be safe.
No. We're not talking about side effects. We're not talking about side effects of the pill. We're talking about side effects of being sexually active, the kinds of emotional reactions people have, how it affects your growth and development. It can be quite profound.
You got to take it slow, girl.
I mean, you have a long life to live. You can't wait.
But if you are going to keep having sex, kudos for wanting to get on the birth control. Get on that anyways. But maybe you do want to slow it down. You're 14 years old, and you may look at yourself at 18, when you're 18, going, why did I do that? So slow it down.
You'll never say to yourself,
let's go to a break.
I wish I'd done it sooner.
Exactly. We're going to a break right now. We'll be back.
All right, guys, here's the deal. You looking to hook up? Sick of wasting time with the wrong person? Dateline. One call's all you need to make. Call the Dateline. 877-889-DATE. Call the Dateline. Loveline will be right back.